there's many athletes in the UFC at the moment, and Bellator and other big pro that have come through IMMAF. And John Kavanagh said the other day, in 5 years' time, every athlete that signs to these big organisations will come through IMMAF. You know, because back in the day, you know, there was no amateur MMA. When I come to Australia, there was no amateur MMA. It was semi-pro or pro, and it was pretty much the same rules. There's no structure of continual learning and evolving as an athlete. But this system, we've got guys coming through that have 30, 40 amateur fights. It's like boxing, you know, but you need to be able to look after those athletes. There need to be proper governance for those athletes. So at the end of their amateur career, if they want to turn pro, they're not broken, you know. They haven't gone down the pathway of taking PEDs and all this kind of stuff, because IMMAF are completely govern all this kind of stuff. You go to the Worlds, I mean, look, if you're a promoter and you want to sign, there's two kids, let's say two 20-year-olds, okay? One's been competing on the national level around, let's say in Australia. They've been competing and, you know, he's got a good record, but then one's come through the IMMAF system and he's been to the Worlds. He might not have won the Worlds. He might have got silver or bronze, but at the World Championships, these athletes fight 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. So they get there, they weigh in, and they have to weigh in every single day, every morning, make weight. So there's no weight cutting. You know, these kids, they weigh in the morning and then they get on the bus and then they go and then they compete. And if they get through, they go back, hydrate, eat. Next morning, they get up, they have to make weight again. You talk about a lot of athletes, they say the hardest thing about camp is making weight. These athletes do it 5 days in a row and they compete 5 days in a row. So you're looking at these two kids, similar records. This one's been on a national level, you know, competing against really, and this one's been competing with the best in the world and has fought 5 days in a row, made weight. This kid's going to be a much better bet. This kid's never going to back out of a fight if he's just going to be tough and he knows how to make weight and he's had that structure. And that's why so many of these promotions now, you go to the Worlds, there's scouts there for the UFC, you know, there's Bellator all the time. And if you win the Worlds, you're going to get several contracts offered to you.